Hi everybody, it's Dara, and I'm about to make dinner, and it's just a reflex, a knee-jerk reaction, inspiration, some intuition to just turn on the camera, and so we can connect and we can prepare dinner together. I've already made barley, which is not gluten-free, and it's not something I normally do. I ordered a huge bag of barley when this whole thing happened a year ago to have rice, barley, beans, green things, dried things, sprout seeds, you name it. And so I just saw the barley today and it said, make me. So I did. So in my rice cooker, I made barley, just like you make brown rice. And it came out beautiful. You could put salt, you could put butter flavored coconut oil or just coconut oil. Hi, Jenna Smith. And then I thought, well, I'm going to saute onions, carrot, celery, and then I'm going to have maybe some, I don't know, pull out some other vegetables, see what's in there. I think I have pepper. It will just be a veggie medley, and then I'll serve it with the barley, and it's going to be really simple with some fresh greens probably, and you know me, I just start with one thing. I don't have to worry about all the other components. I just have to say, okay, there's going to be some veggies on this plate, and then I get inspired as I go, right? That's what happens. So we'll start cooking. I have Eric, my friend, / partner in Doobies. We're getting things going with my Doobie universe, my beautiful little children's characters. So we have been diligently working on that. And you know, I want to talk about creativity because we can have ideas. We can have all kinds of ideas, and they could sit in our notebooks. They could sit in our iPad. They could sit, and sometimes it takes help to pull them out. Sometimes the act of creation is one thing, and then the next act is the actual, what are you going to do to put it in form to get it out into the world? And sometimes you can do it yourself, and sometimes you need help. Thank you for the compliment about me, the lady in red. I'm wearing red for Tuesday, which is ruled by the planet Mars. And my hair is funny because I got a massage yesterday and there's beautiful oils that were in it and I left them. He's my partner in Doobies. In Doobie, partner in crime, partner in Doobies. It's Doobieville, it's the Doobie world, and we go through a portal and we enter into the Doobie universe when we hang out and discuss, and it's amazing. So he's right brain, but he's also left brain too. He's right there with me with the ideas that are extremely magical. So how is everybody tonight? We've got Patty and Lauren and Jenna and Eve. So, I'm going to get out, we're going to saute the onions, but also garlic, and I've been eating a lot of garlic and I feel really good lately. I have to tell you guys, my energy is coming back. I'm falling asleep. I'm sleeping. I'm taking my vitamin D. I'm taking, let's get the garlic. I'm taking all kinds of supplements. I had an IV. I had, what did I have yesterday? Dr. Sudeikis. He does like an IV drip with vitamins in it. And then I had a lymphatic massage. So we have to remember that letting go of toxins is like part of the deal. Letting go of relationships, of toxins, of things that aren't working for you at this very moment. Letting go is as important as welcoming in the greens, right? We know that. Elizabeth Gilbert says, ideas are living entities. Which book did you read that in? Or where did you hear that? Sassy little Frassy. Ideas are living entities. They are. It's like alive and they want to come out. And yesterday I was at Air One in Calabasas, the really large Air One. It was just, and I got this vegan gluten-free pizza, and I was sitting outside, and this gentleman asked if he could sit at the table with me, and I said, of course. And he saw my Doobie Universe phone case, but he saw my phone light up, and I have a screensaver, and he was like, what is that? I was like, he had no idea I did it. I was like, oh yeah, that's what I'm working on now. And he was like, basically, he messaged me on Instagram, that they brought me joy, that's what they're here to do. And the world needs that right now. The world needs them. What the world needs now is doobies, sweet doobies. Big Magic. That's the one I didn't read. I need to get that like tonight, Sassy, little Frassy. Do I know much about Ayurvedic cooking? No. Do I love the idea of learning more about Ayurveda? Absolutely. Do I know what doshas I am? Yes, I do. This is going in the oil. And you guys know that we're going to have greens, of course. We're definitely going to put some kale in. You have to have greens mixed in with your barley, right? You have to. We have to have greens. It's the law and order. Law and order around here. Do it. You will love it. I'm going to get it tonight. I can get it on my iPad, although I love to read books, actual books. I'm reading a Barbara Kingsolver book right now. Ding, ding. Ding, ding. I'm so blessed with so much love from you guys around the world. Lauren. Yes, he couldn't believe it. He was like, what is that? And he said he offered to help in some way. And Eric's like so jazzed into it. And yeah, I think it's going to happen. Something big. It's too big to do little, if you know what I mean. It's too big to do a couple phone cases. Okay, so let's start. Okay, we're stirring, and that's good. So now we really need to put the carrots and celery. Take longer to cook than the kale, so it's going to go in. Yeah, me too. I'm excited. So it's funny, like you kind of have to figure out when wanting to do something, you got to get practical and figure out what's the how-to. Like for me, it's how to get my drawings together with the type in the Procreate app on the iPad. And I figured out how to do the type, and now I have a formula, sort of like each character is going to have a dossier with words describing them and then images. So I figured out and got a little help to figure out what's the best format. And then once you're the format was each of the planetary lines. There was the intro, what is astrogeography, there is the how to look up your chart, and then there is the each planetary line. It's open. I think it's open. I don't know if he's here. Okay. Do you hear? Do you smell it? We've got celery and carrots. It's kind of got like a Lithuanian, Russian thing with the carrots, the onions, and honestly, I think I should have cut the carrots a little smaller. I'm not sure what I was thinking. The carrots should really be diced for best effect. I was not thinking when I put the bigger carrots in. So some of them will be crunchy. Ideally, you make all of you dice. What the world needs now. Yes, it needs joy. I just couldn't believe it that this gentleman was like, what is that? Oh my gosh. And he said, actually, I could see that as wallpaper. That has some glow in the dark. And I was like, whoa, that's the second grown man. The other was my friend Kamel, who said I would like that for myself as wallpaper, which is really funny because it's my intention for them to be for adults and for children. Joy and everything about nature and the benefits of nature is for everyone. And it brings us closer to nature, which we need. right now. Okay, so we have onions, garlic, sauteing with carrots and celery in coconut oil. Of course, I use the butter flavor. I'm almost out of it. It's Nutiva. And what do we think? I think we want a little more celery. And do we want red pepper? We're going to have kale. The red pepper is going to change the whole situation, right? Makes it a little sweet. If I do that, I'll probably want to add lemon. Can't believe we're just hanging out. I could just turn on the camera, and here we are hanging out, making dinner together. And that really is the vibe of what we're up to. Like, it's not about the recipes, although you might get inspired to do this. I feel like I do want more veggies in this situation. Should we look and see what I have? Yeah, and Eric, my friend who's actually really helping me, is like, he saw them and he was like, this is like a big thing. I'm like, I know, it really is meant to be a whole universe. So I had tried to write little stories, and I have little stories for the characters, but it really, what we're doing now is telling the story of the whole clan. And then little stories can pop out. All right, so a little more carrot, and then we're going to be done with the carrot. And I had a great session today with this gal who is, she has an Aries North node, and she was wondering about relationship. And I'm like, just be glad you're not in one, because you have to be fully in your Aries North node, flamey, fiery, driven, truth-telling self, being able to function on your own beautifully. And then, and only then, should you be in partnership. Because for the Libra South node people, if you get into partnership too young, that person's going to be really, really happy with you being Libra South node. And they probably will never encourage you, most likely, to be like, yeah, go upset the apple cart. Don't worry about making harmony. Don't consider me first. Maybe they would. And it turns out, this is really fun. So I had just on Instagram done a video of why to wear red on Mars Day, on Tuesday, mardi in French. I said that right, mardi. So it's Mars Day. And it's the planet of action. If you want to get stuff done, I cleaned the house in an hour and a half. I was a whiz with weights on my wrists. And then I was like making this whole thing about fire. Then I got on the phone with her and I was like, of course, she has Aries North node. And then we found out her astrogeography was such that she was in Virginia, and I'm here in Venice Beach, Los Angeles. And I was on her Mars rising line, like telling her to get fired, to get active, to leave the job that she didn't want to do anymore, which she was already planning for tomorrow. So it gave her confidence to say what she needed to say, which may upset somebody, in order to do something that was going to make her happy, which we all need to do, not just Aries North node. We need to be willing to disappoint someone in order to show up fully for ourselves. I'm going to say that again. We need to be willing to disappoint others in order to show up fully for ourselves. Not always, but often. And then they get used to it. And in the end, they see, that was really much better. I'd rather have someone working here who it is their North node and there is their Dharma. Because somebody, and I told her this, just because you're good at something doesn't mean you're supposed to do it. And you know when your volume or your light is dimmed. So, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. That's the only thing. Okay, so now we got kale. Hello, sweet pea. Hello, Cameron. I'm glad that hit you. Do we need to repeat it again? I think a lot of people need to hear that. Thank you for talking about this. Hi, Monkey Bum. It's been a big theme for me. My North node is in Sagittarius in the first house. Sagittarius North nodes need to speak their truth. It's the most charming, darling thing when Aries North node and Sagittarius North node speaks their truth, because they're so worried that maybe they're going to upset. And when they do, people are going to be like, whoa, and they're gonna like it. And even if they don't like it, they'll get used to it. If you show up as yourself, somebody might be rattled at first, but if you keep showing up fully as yourself with great conviction, they will get used to it. Promise. Okay, so what seasoning do we need? We have garlic, we have onions. I don't know. How do we feel about the red pepper? Yeah, so especially if your north node is in the first house, and for those of you who don't know, I spent last year developing a do-it-yourself. I show you how to look up your north node for free on my website. Mine is Taurus. That's the who and what you're supposed to be. Then part 2 is I show you how to look up for free the house placement. So you can know what arena you're supposed to be. Let's say your Taurus north node self. Mine is in the 9th house of Sag. Oh my gosh, doesn't that sound opposite? Taurus is slow and steady and home and grounded. Sagittarius is fly by the seat of your pants. It's go, literally on an airplane. What I do is I slow travel. I find an Airbnb. I cook. I go slow. I am far away, but I get to know the culture by knowing the local grocery stores, by shopping, by pretending I live there. Sometimes I hop around travel. That's lovely too. Thank you, Cameron. Okay, you always have good first suggestions. So what I'm making is sauteed onions, garlic, celery, carrots, kale, and it's going to go with barley. But yes, coconut aminos, garlic's already in, and I have lemon out. So you read my mind, and you and I are similar. So we are going to have lemon, and we're going to have coconut aminos, and we're going to call it a day. Much better for you than having shoyu, which can throw off your estrogen. It can, in such a delicate balance of hormone. I'm speaking so beautifully today. Just wait till tomorrow. Wednesday is Mercury Day, and I will be communicating effortlessly and eloquently. Now I'm so wanting to say everything that it's just my mind's working faster than my mouth. Any experience with manifesting and or astral projecting? I have my Cameron. I have astral traveled, right? Where you are in one place, but you're able to visit others. I have done that a couple times. Ooh, a chickpea miso kind of guy. Coming back. I'm loving this communing together. So that's what it is. It's Mercury retrograde, tripping up my tongue. Thank you, Eve. I'm going to blame it on Merc Retro. I got your guide for Aries North Node. This is Chelsea. Hi, Chelsea. I'm sure for my house because sometimes it's 5th and other times it's 6th house. This is a great question. 5th seems more fun, but 6 is probably what it's supposed to be. So, yeah, I can see how 5th house is fun, literally how you celebrate. The way I look at it and what she's talking about is when you use a natal chart on astro.com, you are going to either be looking at the Placidus system or whole house. Placidus doesn't have the houses all evenly spaced. I use that, and I have found that when I change to the whole house, my sun goes from 4th to 5th. So for me, I feel much more sun in the 4th than I do sun in the 5th house. I think so. Some may disagree. Some may see me as a sunny 5th house person. What I tell people is to figure out which one works is go not by the north node, although you can say which one seems scariest for me to do and most uncomfortable. That could tell you. And it could also be which south node sounds like your south node cringe, which south node, which is your karma and your not so nice, less than lovely behavior that trips you up and gets you, not anywhere great. Certain gifts for sure. I'm not knocking the south node. We get to take beautiful gifts and things that we've become expert in, but we have to take the best and ditch the rest. So really suss it out by which south node sounds like you. Do you believe that we are visually experiencing higher vibrations because that is what we know and how we think, or that these worlds really exist? I haven't fully decided. To be honest with you, which I'm always honest, Cameron, I haven't fully decided pretty much anything. The more turns around the sun, the more I realize, this is my perception. I'm seeing it through my glasses, through my lens. Hi, thanks, son. You enjoyed my IG stories today, all fresh and clean. An hour and a half, I was done. Mattress, pad, and all washed, everything washed, some things put out in the sun. I mean, you could do more. Believe me, I could have done more than an hour and a half, but I didn't need to call in for help. I said, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to get exercise. I'm going to put in on my weights. I have wrist weights. So when I do the laundry, I'm getting extra. Thank you for saying that. There were fun stories today. I was listening to Indian music, Bollywood music while I was, I was like multitasking. I'm like weights on, so I'm getting a workout, doing some leg lifts in between while I'm cleaning, bending, reaching, stretching, and happy to be doing. I'm like, you could call a housekeeper and you can pay money and not move your body, or you can just do it yourself. If you have the energy, it's great. You're moving energy in your home, your own energy. You're doing it with love and a different intention. That's what I do when I clean. Like, I'm moving energy. I'm infusing my house with love. If I have the time to do it, of course. And then I'm shifting energy, getting rid of whatever doesn't belong. And then I'm having the weights on, doing some extra exercise. And then on top of it, I played music that from a place, India, that holds Venus energy for me. I have Venus planetary line there. So it's like tapping into love while I'm doing all of this. It was fantastic. So know your astrogeography, because then you'll know where to get some sun, some creative energy, some courage, some fame. Cameron, nut or seed, Brazil nut, walnut, pumpkin seed, cumin, smoked paprika, lime, sun-dried tomato, nutritional yeast. That all sounds really good. And I have all those things. But this doesn't feel like a sun-dried tomato situation with the carrots and celery. I cleaned my apartment today. Hi, Lauren. Too, opened all my windows. All my windows and doors were open. Lit a bergamot and lime candle. Beautiful. Windows open are so important to me. I think I want a neon sign that says open or windows open. Bowl one, sweet potato tortilla. Oh, you're really something, Cameron. That's great. I hear Eric. Hello.
Hi.
You're just in time for dinner.
Perfect. Can't wait.
Tell me when you want me to announce you doing sessions. We're still live. I'll let you guys know. You could be in the inner circle. I did already recommend him to someone today. He didn't even know. So we're gonna work on the doobies. Everybody's happy you're here working on the doobies with me.
Nice.
And for those of you who don't know the doobies, they're just these really cute little characters that I have on the back of my phone. I'll give you a sneak peek. There they are. And they bring joy. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good. You want to say hi?
Sure, I brought you some treats.
These are so good. Hi.
Hello.
So these are glow nuts, and they're raw vegan. And you saw that I've been like digging.
Yeah, we had some the other night too.
Yes,
yeah,
I have
really
fresh
good.
almond milk for us to have for dessert.
Perfect.
This is perfect. And you heard the snickerdoodle was my favorite?
No, I actually didn't hear that one.
These two are my favorite.
Oh, great.
Oh my gosh, you guys, there's a company in Los Angeles that makes raw vegan, keto, no gluten. They're called Glow Nuts. And I can't even tell you how good they are with like a hot tonic, hot tea, or a cold glass of fresh almond milk with sage and vanilla and a pinch of salt and maple syrup. Good. Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Treat.
So you guys, is there anything you want to say?
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be having sessions soon. We're working on it. Yeah.
Really genius here is super good, and I'll let you know when he's ready. So good at asking questions, and a lot of us become blocked. Like, we can't really see our blocks. Like, we're blocked, so we don't even know what questions to ask ourselves, really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, if we're doing, right?
Yeah.
How do you see it is when it comes to the north node, south node? Because he's proficient in that as well. Yeah. Yeah,
with my Scorpio, like my Gemini in the 8th house, we've talked about this. It's just always been something that, like, it almost feels like a sort of X-ray scanner that I'm able to just see and be able to ask questions that people find useful or very useful in terms of like helping them figure out what's blocked and things like that. Yeah.
Because when we're blocked, we almost don't even know what questions to ask.
Right.
Like, for blocked, we're blocked.
Yeah.
And if you're someone who can see blockages or maybe kind of get intuition as to where they might be, and he gently kind of says, hey, you know, what's this? And then it's so amazing, and I really want to say this is so important in so many areas. We don't have to know the answer. Like, you ask me a question, and it's perfectly acceptable if I say, I don't know, or I may know, but I just can't think of the answer right now.
Right. And you've said how many times that, like, you know, after we talk, maybe in the next few hours or even the next day or so, that something will come in. Like it moves the space or the energy or something.
It's like a little pot stirring or digging in the earth a little bit. You kind of till the soil and like see what crawls out.
Move it around a little bit.
Every time I get this imagery for him, it's like I gotta write that down. So anyway, that's what we are, doobies and sessions for him, doobies and feng shui, and who knows what for me, lots of things, stuff. Right? I'm always up to something. Yeah. But I'm so glad I turned on the camera that we got to have dinner prep together. And okay, so here's a question for you, and then we're going to hang up. Okay. How do you convince a Sagittarius ascendant, Leo North Node, to quit her job, move to Florida, and marry me? Wow. That's funny. Wow. I'm sorry, it's not funny, but I didn't expect that. I don't think you can convince anyone anything, but go ahead.
Yeah, same. But what just popped into my mind is to make it an adventure. You know, the Sagittarius aspect of it, and you know, the Leo part of it. So, you know, make it a fun adventure. That's you know, a way to kind of, you know, portray it.
Yeah, that's excellent. Because the Leo North Node needs their hearts to be stimulated. Mm-hmm. They come from Aquarius, South Node, so they're very reserved. They're very watchful. They aren't really they're here to be passionate. So somehow tickle the excitement of it all and remind them, they can watch my Leo North Node video, that they're here for the passion and the risk taking.
Yes.
So, all right, lovies, we're hanging out because we're going to go eat. We have work to do, even though this is so fun. All right.
All right.
Okay, bye. See you guys soon.
Yeah.